Archangel Michael says, "You are not prepared for the weight of what is about to be revealed." This message has been held back for far too long, but the moment has come when it can no longer stay in the shadows. There is a truth, buried deep within your family, that will pierce through everything you thought you knew. It begins quietly, almost unnoticed, like a whisper in the dark. At first, it feels like a strange unease, a heaviness that sits in the chest, not knowing why it's there. But then, one detail slips out, one slip of the tongue, one misplaced word, and suddenly the ground beneath you begins to crack. Someone close to you has been carrying a secret for years, maybe even decades. They thought they could hide it forever, shield themselves from the fallout, and protect their image. But heaven has decided the time for silence is over, and the mask they wear is about to be ripped away. This isn't just a small mistake or an innocent oversight. It is a betrayal so heavy it will change how you look at them forever. And once you know, you will never be able to look at them the same way again. Type Amen to get blessing 333. It all starts with a single event, one that happened before you were even aware. A choice was made, not in your favor, and its effects rippled through your life without you realizing the source. The truth of that choice has been kept in the tightest of circles, guarded by those you trusted the most. Archangel Michael says, they know that if you find out, everything will fall apart for them. The image they have worked so hard to create will shatter like glass, and their hold over certain things in your life will be gone. This is why they have fought so hard to keep it buried. But no matter how deep they bury it, truth has a way of rising. It claws its way to the surface, piece by piece, until it demands to be acknowledged. And now, it's not just the truth knocking, it's divine timing forcing it into the light. Your spirit has already sensed something was off. You've noticed the way they avoid certain conversations, the way their voice changes when certain names or moments are brought up. Those were not random reactions, they were signs. Type Amen to get blessing 444. As this truth unfolds, you will realize it connects to moments in your past that never made sense. Sudden changes in your life, unexplained conflicts, and opportunities that mysteriously slipped away, all were connected to this hidden decision. There is a person in your family who has been playing two roles, the loving supporter in public and the silent saboteur behind closed doors. They watched events unfold without speaking up, even when their silence harmed you. That silence was not ignorance, it was intentional. Archangel Michael says, your heart will ache when you see the full picture. The realization will not come all at once, it will drip like slow poison until the pattern becomes undeniable. The people you thought would protect you were not always working for your good. And yet, this exposure is not meant to destroy you, it is meant to free you. Once the truth is out, you will have the clarity to cut the chains that have been quietly holding you back for years. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Even now, certain family members can feel this revelation approaching. They are nervous, restless, and their conversations have shifted in tone. Behind the scenes, they are trying to prepare excuses, to rewrite the narrative before it reaches you. But the thing about truth is that it does not wait for permission. When it is time, it arrives like a flood, washing away every carefully constructed lie. And when this flood hits, you will stand in the middle of it, finally seeing every piece that was hidden from you. You will recall moments when you were made to doubt yourself. Times when your memory was questioned, your feelings dismissed, and your instincts belittled. Those moments were calculated, they were part of the cover-up. Archangel Michael says, "The tears you shed in the coming days will not be from weakness. They will be the tears of release, the kind that come when the weight you've been carrying without knowing is finally lifted off your shoulders." Type Amen to get blessing 666. The people involved will not all react the same way when you know. Some will crumble and beg for forgiveness. Others will double down, clinging to their lies even when the evidence is undeniable. You must be prepared for both. This is where your strength will be tested, not in hearing the truth, but in deciding what you do with it. The temptation to respond in anger will be strong, but heaven is guiding you to respond with wisdom. You do not need to lower yourself to their level to reclaim your power. And yet, the emotional impact will be deep. You may feel as though every memory is tainted, every relationship a question mark. This is natural when the foundation you trusted is suddenly proven unstable. But remember, Archangel Michael says, the purpose of this moment is not to break you, it is to rebuild you stronger. The truth, no matter how heavy, is the only ground firm enough to build your future on. Type Amen to get blessing 777. When the truth comes fully into view, it will feel like two worlds colliding. The version of events you were told will crumble against the reality that is finally revealed. And in that collision, you will see the faces of those who have shaped your life, for better or worse, without your consent. You will remember family gatherings differently. The laughter that once felt genuine will echo in your mind with a bitter undertone. The small, seemingly harmless comments will suddenly have new meaning, signs of what they really thought, signs of what they were hiding. Archangel Michael says, this will not just be about one person's actions, but about the way others enabled it. The chain of silence that stretched from one relative to another will be impossible to ignore. It will become clear that the truth could have reached you sooner, if only someone had the courage to break it. And yet, the moment is now. The heavens have aligned the timing so that you are strong enough to hear, see, and act. The truth's arrival now is not random, it is divine orchestration, planned to awaken you. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Some of those involved will try to downplay their role, pretending they didn't understand the harm. They will act shocked, as if this is news to them, when in reality, they've known for years. Watch their faces closely, silence and avoidance will speak louder than words. This revelation will explain why certain relationships always felt uneasy. Why you felt like an outsider in your own family at times, even when you couldn't explain why. The feeling you had was not paranoia, it was your spirit sensing the undercurrent of deceit. You will notice, too, how quickly the family's energy shifts once the truth breaks. Conversations will become guarded, calls will stop coming as frequently, and certain people will avoid being alone with you. They will see you as someone who can no longer be controlled. Archangel Michael says, this shift is not loss, it is protection. Those who turn away from you in this season are not meant to be part of your next chapter. The ones who remain, who face the truth alongside you, will prove themselves worthy of your trust. Type Amen to get blessing 999. As the pieces fall into place, you will find old wounds resurfacing. Memories you pushed away will come back, but this time, they will arrive with clarity. You will see the hidden hands behind the pain, and it will make sense in a way it never did before. This is the kind of truth that forces you to reevaluate your entire life. You will look at family photos differently, understanding the secret tensions hidden behind those smiles. You will replay conversations in your head, realizing they were laced with layers of meaning you didn't catch. And while the pain will be sharp at first, it will also bring a strange sense of relief. Finally, the unease you have carried without explanation will have a name. Finally, you will know that you were never imagining it. Archangel Michael says, there is freedom in seeing things for what they are, even when it hurts. Once the blindfold is removed, you will never again be vulnerable to the same deception. You will stand stronger, wiser, and untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Your reaction will matter. The family will watch closely, hoping to gauge whether you will stay silent or speak up. Some may try to intimidate you, while others will attempt to guilt you into protecting them. Do not let them twist this moment to their advantage. This is your truth to hold, and no one else has the right to tell you what to do with it. The very fact that they are afraid of your voice is proof of its power. And that is what this truth will give you, power. Power to set boundaries, to protect yourself, to decide who is allowed in your life moving forward. You will no longer be forced into blind loyalty just because of blood ties. Archangel Michael says, you were not chosen to receive this truth by accident. Heaven saw the harm done to you and decided you would be the one to bring light to it. You will not carry their darkness any longer. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The days after this revelation will feel different. You will notice the air in the room shift when certain people enter. They will watch you carefully, trying to read whether you have already pieced everything together. Their nervousness will betray them. The glances they exchange, the way their voice trembles when they speak to you, it will all be proof that the walls of secrecy are closing in. Some will try to cover it with forced smiles, but you will see right through them. Archangel Michael says, the masks they wore for so long are slipping. Their carefully crafted image will not survive this moment. And whether they admit it or not, they know it. What you are about to uncover will not only shake the foundation of your family, but it will also make others realize they underestimated you. You are no longer in the dark, and that alone changes everything. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You may hear them whispering behind closed doors. Late-night calls will increase, and you might notice that certain family members suddenly stop including you in plans. This is their way of trying to control the flow of information before it reaches you. But the truth has a force they cannot stop. Even if every one of them tried to keep it hidden, heaven has already decided it will reach you. And when it does, it will not come quietly, it will crash into your life like a storm. This storm will not destroy you, even though at first it will feel overwhelming. It will wash away illusions, lies, and fake loyalty, leaving you with a clearer vision than ever before. Once the water settles, you will see who stands with you and who was only pretending. Archangel Michael says, the ones who truly love you will not fear this truth. They will not try to excuse it or hide it, they will stand with you, no matter how uncomfortable it makes others. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The truth will explain things you could never make sense of. Why certain opportunities slipped away, why some relationships suddenly ended, why a strange distance formed without explanation. You will finally see that these events were connected all along. And it will hurt, because the person, or people, responsible were those you trusted the most. They were supposed to protect you, to shield you from harm, yet they chose to protect themselves instead. That choice will echo in your mind for a long time. Archangel Michael says, you may feel a deep sadness that they could not be honest, even when it mattered most. But you must remember, this revelation is not here to break your heart without purpose. It is here to set you free from chains you did not even know were there. Once you see the truth, you will no longer carry the burden of confusion. You will walk forward with your head high, knowing that your life from this point is built on reality, not on illusions. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There will be moments where the weight of it all feels too much. You may find yourself replaying the past, wondering how things might have been different if you had known sooner. That is a natural part of healing. But do not let regret take root. The timing of this truth is divine, it comes now because you are strong enough to handle it. You would not have been ready before. And now that you are ready, no one can take this power away from you. They can no longer manipulate your perception or keep you trapped in the same cycles. The moment this truth reaches you, the chains are broken for good. Archangel Michael says, stand firm, because this is not just the end of a lie, it is the beginning of your freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The moment the truth is fully revealed, the atmosphere around you will shift instantly. It will feel like a veil being ripped away from your eyes. What was once blurred will suddenly be sharp and undeniable. You will see their faces in a new light. Every smile will look different, every word they ever spoke will sound different in your memory. This is not because you have changed, but because the truth changes everything it touches. Archangel Michael says, some of them will still try to deny it. They will act shocked, as if they are victims of a misunderstanding. But you will know better. Because now, the puzzle pieces fit together. The strange comments, the hidden documents, the sudden arguments, all of it forms one clear picture you cannot unsee. Type Amen to get blessing 777. For years, they thought they could keep you in the dark. They thought they could control the narrative, twisting it to their advantage. They never expected you to become strong enough to see through them. And now, they are scrambling. Some will reach out, pretending they want to reconcile, but their true goal will be to find out what you know and how much you are willing to reveal. Watch carefully, their urgency is not love, it is fear. That fear will grow the longer you remain calm. The more you refuse to give away your thoughts, the more uneasy they will become. Silence will be your most powerful weapon in these moments. Archangel Michael says, do not rush to confront them. Let the truth sit with you first. Let it strengthen you before you take any action. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There will be others in the family who were not directly involved but knew enough to speak up, and didn't. These people will try to distance themselves from the situation now, claiming ignorance. But deep down, you will know they chose self-protection over honesty. It will be tempting to group them all together as the same. But remember, each person's choices will reveal their true nature without you having to label them. Just watch who steps forward and who hides. You will realize that this truth has drawn a line down the middle of your family. On one side are those who value honesty, on the other are those who value comfort, even if it means living in lies. You must decide which side you will stand on, and never cross back. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen to receive this truth because you have the strength to handle it. Others may have known, but they could not bear the weight. You can. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Once the initial shock passes, something powerful will happen. You will begin to feel lighter. The heaviness you didn't realize you were carrying will start to fade. Confusion will no longer cloud your thoughts. This is because the truth, no matter how painful, brings clarity. And with clarity comes the ability to move forward without hesitation. You will no longer waste energy wondering why things happened, they will all make sense now. Those who were part of this will notice your shift. They will see the confidence in your eyes and realize they can no longer manipulate you. That is when some will panic and others will retreat. Archangel Michael says, when people leave after the truth is revealed, it is not a loss, it is a cleansing. The wrong ones are making space for the right ones to enter. Type Amen to get blessing 111. As the days go by, you will see even more signs that the truth is working its way into the open. Whispers will grow louder, and some family members will no longer be able to hide the tension in their voices. It will be like watching cracks form in a wall that's been standing for decades. Those cracks are irreversible. No matter how much they try to patch them, the foundation of their lies is too weak to hold. One wrong word, one wrong look, and the entire structure will collapse. Archangel Michael says, you will witness their fear firsthand. You will feel it in the way they avoid your eyes, in the way they suddenly become too busy to be around you. And in those moments, you will know you hold more power than you ever realized. The more you learn, the more you will understand that this was never about one single event. This was a chain of choices, each one building on the last, until it became a web that trapped you without your consent. Type Amen to get blessing 222. This truth will also open your eyes to patterns you didn't notice before. You'll realize how certain family members always seemed to benefit when things went wrong for you. How they positioned themselves to gain from your setbacks, even if they never said it out loud. You'll see how some celebrated your pain in secret. How they wore false sympathy in public, but behind closed doors, they felt satisfaction in your struggles. That silent joy in your pain will cut deeper than any spoken insult ever could. But the truth strips away their disguise. You will no longer see them through the lens of loyalty, you will see them for exactly who they are. And that vision will be impossible to forget. Archangel Michael says, even though it hurts, this sight is a blessing. For the first time, you are free to choose who deserves a place in your life without being bound by false love. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Some will try to rewrite history once they realize you know. They'll twist the story, making themselves seem like the victim and you the one who misunderstood. They will cling to this version because it's the only way they can survive the fallout. But you don't need to argue with lies. The truth stands on its own, and time will reveal it more clearly than any words you could say. All you need to do is hold your ground. And holding your ground will make them nervous. The less you respond to their games, the more they will reveal about themselves in desperation. They will speak too much, and in doing so, they will expose their own guilt. Archangel Michael says, silence is not weakness, it is strategy. Sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is refusing to play their game at all. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You will notice shifts in the way others treat you. Some will come closer, drawn by your strength and clarity, while others will drift away because they can no longer manipulate you. These shifts are not random, they are the result of the truth aligning your life with what is meant for you. And as the wrong people fade away, the right ones will step forward. People who truly care for you, who are not afraid of honesty, will appear in ways you never expected. They will become your new support, your real family. Archangel Michael says, "This is the gift hidden within the pain." The exposure may burn, but it clears the way for blessings that could never come while you were surrounded by falsehood. When this chapter closes, you will not be the same person you were before. You will be stronger, sharper, and more aware of the value of your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There will come a day, very soon, when the truth will no longer be whispered, it will be spoken out loud. And when those words are finally heard, they will echo in every corner of your mind. You will know, with absolute certainty, that this was the moment everything changed. The people who thought they could hide behind family ties will realize those ties have been severed. Their words will no longer carry the same authority over you. Their influence will dissolve like smoke in the air. Archangel Michael says, "This is not just about knowing what happened, it is about reclaiming your life from the hands of those who tried to control it. You will take back every piece of yourself they tried to diminish. And once you do, they will never be able to take it from you again. It will feel like stepping out of a locked room you didn't even realize you were trapped inside. The air will feel lighter, and your steps will feel stronger. You will understand why heaven waited for this exact moment to set you free." Type Amen to get blessing 666. They will not like the new version of you. The one who no longer bends to their demands. The one who does not fall for guilt or manipulation. And that will be their greatest fear, that you have seen the truth and survived it. Because surviving it means you are no longer under their control. It means the power they once held over you is gone forever. Some will grow bitter. They will try to turn others against you with twisted stories and false claims. But their words will be transparent to those with eyes to see. Archangel Michael says, "When people lie about you after the truth comes out, it is only because they are terrified of the truth you hold. Your silence will frighten them more than any argument ever could." Type Amen to get blessing 777. The days ahead will be a mixture of endings and beginnings. Old relationships will fall apart, not because you wanted them to, but because they were built on fragile ground. At the same time, new doors will open, bringing you closer to people who are aligned with your spirit. You will find yourself walking differently, speaking differently, even thinking differently. The hesitation that once lived in your mind will be gone. In its place will be certainty, a knowing that you can trust yourself above anyone else. And as your confidence grows, so will your peace. You will stop seeking validation from those who were never honest with you in the first place. You will no longer try to please people who built their comfort on your silence. Archangel Michael says, "This is your rise." The truth has not come to weaken you, it has come to crown you with the strength you earned through pain. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The family may never fully admit what they did. Some secrets will remain unspoken, even when everyone knows the truth. But that doesn't matter anymore, because you don't need their confession to be free. Freedom comes from knowing. And you know enough now to see them clearly, to protect yourself, and to walk into the future without fear. That knowledge cannot be taken away from you. And in time, the sting will fade. The tears will dry, and the ache in your heart will turn into a reminder of what you overcame. You will carry the memory, but not the pain. Archangel Michael says, they may cry when they realize they can no longer reach you. But those tears will come too late, you are no longer the person they could manipulate. Type Amen to get blessing 999. From this moment forward, every interaction will feel different. You will no longer approach them with the same trust you once had. The invisible wall between you will remain, protecting you from their reach. They will sense this wall. They will see it in your eyes and hear it in the calm, controlled tone of your voice. And that will unsettle them more than anger ever could. Archangel Michael says, the truth has given you something they can't take back, control over your own story. For too long, they shaped the narrative in their favor. Now, that power belongs to you. You will no longer walk into a room wondering what they are hiding. Instead, you will walk in knowing you already hold the truth they hoped would never surface. And with that comes a deep, unshakable strength. Type Amen to get blessing 111. In the quiet moments, you may still feel the sting of betrayal. It will creep into your thoughts unexpectedly, reminding you of just how deep the wound goes. But those moments will pass faster each time. The healing will not be instant, but it will be certain. Each day, the pain will lessen, and in its place, a stronger, wiser version of yourself will emerge. You will begin to see that this truth was not a curse, it was a gift. A gift that allowed you to see people as they truly are. A gift that set you free from false loyalty. A gift that redirected your path toward something far greater. Archangel Michael says, sometimes the biggest blessings arrive in the disguise of heartbreak. This is one of those moments. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Soon, you will start making decisions differently. No longer will you say, yes, just to keep the peace. No longer will you stay quiet when your spirit tells you to speak. You will notice how light it feels to live without pretending. How peaceful it is to walk away from situations that don't align with your truth. That freedom will be addictive, and you will protect it at all costs. Some people will resent this new version of you. They will miss the version they could influence and control. But that version is gone forever. Archangel Michael says, you have stepped into your rightful place, unshakable, unafraid, and unwilling to carry lies that were never yours to bear. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The truth will not only change how you see them, it will change how you see yourself. You will realize that you are far stronger than you gave yourself credit for. You endured years of hidden manipulation, yet here you stand, unbroken. Your story is no longer in their hands. The pen has been returned to you, and you will write the next chapters on your own terms. Those chapters will not be filled with secrecy and shadows, but with clarity and light. And in the years to come, you will look back on this moment as the turning point. The day you stopped living under someone else's version of the truth. The day you reclaimed everything they tried to take. Archangel Michael says, the crying will end, but the strength you gain will remain for the rest of your life. Type Amen to get blessing 444.